Hey everybody. I'm going to talk about The Matrix. It's basically my video is called The Matrix Explained. And I had so much to talk about it that I had to write it down. It's just so much to talk about, so much to unpackage. So I'm going to start off with this. A lot of people thought the new Matrix movie was not that good. All the Matrix movies are political and sociological. The first three Matrix movies were anti-government, anti-establishment, and discussed racism of American society. The first movie started with the fact that humans were enslaved by programs or by actually by machines through the machine world, and they were enslaved through the mind and believed in a reality that wasn't real, that was provided by the machines. This speaks volumes of our society, of our time, because big establishment, our government, and media for years have been manipulating us to think a certain way, especially about white supremacy, capitalism, the patriarchy, and misogyny. So this was, and especially about how we feel about Black people. So this basically is a real reflection of society. But Neo, the main character, was going to free the minds of the ones that were enslaved. And his goal was to fight this war with the machines. As the movies progressed, Neo noticed that he had the power to free minds of the slaves by working with people that were free already and working with software programs or AIs that other enslaved people, other free people thought they were our enemies. This could be equivalent to during our history of Martin Luther King working with various people of different backgrounds and races to try to create better rights for Black people. And he believed in integration. As Neo goes on the third installment, he becomes to realize that the software programs have a higher level of consciousness, and they were also being manipulated by the machines as well and they faced deletion if they didn't comply. So this is a metaphor for how Black people are still viewed in this society as non-feeling and just identified by white supremacy by how what their roles are in the society, not necessarily about who they are. Black people in the society are basically treated like we have no feelings, we have no thought process, we just do. And so at the end of the trilogy, the war against the machines and between the humans is it looks like it's over. And Neo, like Martin Luther King, was murdered. But MLK's murder was just like Neo, it caused an awakening in the society. So the last installment, the most current movie, the government, like the machines, have created a more elaborate cage to enslave the reincarnated Neo. And this reality is so real that it took this character that was a Black man, which was a hybrid program that Neo unconsciously created to help him out of this world. And it also took an Asian woman to help him out of this world. In the new movie, Neo is more sensitive and he's empathetic. He knew that he could not make the escape to the real world, and he could not free more minds without the love of his life, which was the ongoing subject, but it was kind of secondary to the plot, was their love story with Trinity. And in the end of this last movie, Trinity ends up saving everyone, and she ends up being the one. And this is why people didn't like the last movie, is because this woman, this strong woman, and there were other strong women that were intelligent characters in the movie, were coming to Neo's aid and also save the day. And this is the antithesis of our society. Our society is based on capitalism, white supremacy, patriarchy, and misogyny. So, seeing a woman as a leader, even if it leader or hero, even if it was in a movie format, was not to our society's liking because of how we are conditioned. And that's why in America, there will not be a female president, and there's not going to be a wage gap that's going to be closed because the society still is built on these old ways. And also, that's why as women become more educated and they become stronger, there's a stronger hold by the government and by the men in the society to control our bodies, to control our voting rights, and to control our freedom. And that's all I have to say. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below.